Hey, welcome in to a post-Labor Day edition of the Lowdown presented by Lehmans Hardware and Old Time General Store. I'm Bruce Hooley with your PressProsMagazine.com Lowdown, talking about the games of Labor Day weekend and the games coming up on September the 8th. We, of course, had the season opener for the Ohio State Buckeyes over the weekend. Not super impressive offensively, but hey, you can console yourself with the fact that the defense gave up only a field goal to Indiana. Of course, things will get much, much easier this week with Youngstown State coming into Ohio Stadium. Buckeyes will have no problem with them, but offensively, will they be better on short yardage? Well, to find out what Ryan Day had to say today at his weekly press conference, you got to tune in to PressProsMagazine.com, the website, and check out Jeff Gilbert's reporting. He was in Bloomington with our Sunny folks, and he will be in Columbus today to make sure that you are abreast of all the latest things Buckeye. As for high school football, well, we had a pretty impressive weekend in the Midwest Athletic Conference where they started league play, and the usual suspects are all up there. Versailles goes to 3-0 with a dominant win at Delphos St. John. That's Delphos' first loss of the season, and like the other two opponents that Versailles had taken down, St. John's didn't score a point, so Versailles is unscored upon through 3 weeks, and they look like they've really got themselves a quarterback, a dual threat quarterback in Michael Osborne. Coldwater stays unbeaten. So does Marion Local. Marion Local against Minster. That was impressive. And we will have, of course, MAC football covered for you this weekend. We've got a couple possibilities this week. Best games in the MAC. Delphos St. John's doesn't get any easier as they now head to Marion Local on Friday night. New Bremen, which has bounced back from a season opening loss, they are 2-1. Your defending Division 7 state champions. They are on the road at Versailles. We'll see if New Bremen can get in the end zone or get a field goal, be the first team to score on Versailles this year, or give Ryan Day's team an actual game. And then also Coldwater 3-0 at Anna. Anna's a team that Sunny Folks has said keep your eye on. The Rockets look legit. They are 2-1. They are laying ready for Coldwater's visit to Anna. We'll have our eyes on that one. In the MVL, Tippecanoe bouncing back as well from a loss the previous week. Coach Matt Burbacher has his team off to a 2-1 start, and they go into Piqua, which is still looking for its first win. Longtime coach Bill Neese, been close twice. Lima Senior and Stebbins haven't been able to get over the hump, but you know those Piqua Indians will be ready for Tippecanoe when they come in there on Friday night. In Columbus, the Ohio Capital Conference, we have some intra-district matchups. Hilliard-Darby, 2-1, goes to Hilliard-Davidson, 3-0, and Dublin-Jerome goes to Dublin-Kaufman. Both are 2-1 after losses on Friday night. Jerome to Davidson and Dublin-Kaufman to Canton-McKinley. Also this week, we have Pick Central, 2-1, lost to Centerville, which lost to Kaufman, but Pick Central, 2-1, taking on Pick North at Pick North. And next week, Central plays Gahanna-Lincoln. That'll be a monster matchup as well. So a tough couple of weeks for Pickerington Central as Pickerington North did a phenomenal job so far this season. They're 3-0, and they've looked really good, really, really good, in fact. And that'll be an interesting game as to whether or not they can take care of their cross-district rival in Pickerington North. I want to remind you to keep in mind that if you're headed to Northeast Ohio and you're on Route 30 and you're headed, for instance, to the state football championship games coming up in a couple of months, make time to stop by Lehmans Hardware and Old Time General Store. It's a great place to go to kill an hour, 2 hours, even 3. Lots of stuff to see. It's not a typical hardware store. It's a candy store, antique store, toy store. It's a restaurant. It has all kinds of nostalgic items, antiques. It also has one-of-a-kind Amish craftsman type items. A lot of the Amish craftsmen in that area sell their wares to Lehmans because with the technological challenges, shall we say, of being Amish, you can't have your own website. Some of them cannot. So they sell their goods to Lehmans, and Lehmans sells their goods directly to you. It's a phenomenal place. You have not been to any place like it ever. Trust me on that. Check it out online so you get a flavor of what it's like at lehmans.com, lehmans.com. They are always open 24/7, 365, and you can get 15% off when you use the promo code PressPros15 when you shop online at Lehmans.com. We will award a Lehmans gift card of $50 to our August winner. Got to do that drawing, but we didn't have a huddle show last night because it was Labor Day. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at PressProsMag. There's a really cool Instagram reel up there of Hilliard Davidson's win at Dublin Jerome. We appreciate all you who are following us on Instagram. We've noticed a big change in our numbers. And speaking of numbers, over the weekend, we set a record for most page views on a regular season weekend this past weekend. What does that tell us? Well, it tells us a couple things. Number one, people are very, very interested in high school football now that we've got Ohio State starting and the NFL starting this week. People are fully aware and conditioned to the fact that, hey, there's football on the weekends. Number two, it tells us that you love the fact that our content is free. We don't charge for content. There's no paywall. There's no member. Everybody that goes to Press Pros gets everything we have on the site. It's all free. And what you can do to help us is to A, patronize our sponsors, and B, share our content. If there's a story you like, you think somebody else would be interested in reading it, ship them that link and have them read it. That boosts our numbers, which allows us to report that we are reaching people, which is what our advertisers want. So we would appreciate you helping us build an audience, because we are not going to charge you for content, because we just feel like it's important that we not do that. So looking forward to a big weekend. Looking forward to seeing you out and about at the games. Remember, patronize our sponsors, not just Lehmans, which brings this segment to you every single day, but also all the sponsors that you see on the site. And if you happen to be in one and you know they advertise on Press Pros, we would appreciate it if you would tell them that we are very grateful that they support high school athletics and college athletics on the site. So with that, have a great week. We'll talk to you again soon. And thanks for being a reader and hopefully a sharer of the content at PressProsMagazine.com.